It's a bright Los Angeles morning on the set of the Bonfire of the Vanities. Brian De Palma's famous for his style, but today the vibe is off. Tom Hanks, cast against type, rehearses lines that don't feel right and tensions simmer beneath the artful chaos. Everyone's chasing a blockbuster hit, yet whispers of disaster flicker like shadows behind the cameras. How did this Hollywood dream shoot so spectacularly miss the mark? Let's unpack the madness unfolding in real time. Right from the start, the casting decisions twisted the story's heartbeat. What seemed like star power backfired, warping character and tone. Tom Hanks, beloved for his affable everyman roles, landed the role of Sherman McCoy, the ruthless Wall Street trader. The novel painted McCoy with sharp, satiric edges, but Hanks' genial charm softened the character into an unconvincing bad guy. On set, crew whispered that something was off, and early cuts felt tone-deaf, confusing audiences who expected biting satire but got misplaced sweetness. Think of casting like painting. If you pick delicate watercolors to paint an aggressive storm, it'll just look soft and blurry. The same happened here. Hank's warm charisma was the wrong palette for a character meant to pierce society's flaws sharply. It's a vivid example that the actor isn't just a role filler but the medium that shapes the entire picture. Because of this casting mismatch, longtime fans of Tom Wolfe's brutal satire felt betrayed. Critics pounced, calling the film anemic and unconvincing. The combination of miscast leads and a muddled script closed the door on genuine engagement, turning what should have been a cultural critique into a Hollywood bland spot, proving that tone can't be faked or forced. Behind the scenes, power struggles tore through the production. Money and ego mixed like volatile chemicals ready to explode. Brian De Palma found himself caught in a tug-of-war where studio executives clawed for control, making last-minute script changes and recasting hopes. At one point, Melanie Griffith showed up mid-shoot sporting new augmented breasts, sparking rumors studio demands conflicted with artistic reasoning. The director's vision buckled under $100 million pressure, fracturing the cohesion on screen and off. Imagine a pressure cooker where every knob is turned by a different hand, producers, marketers, stars, directors, each adding heat or releasing it sporadically. This chaotic environment kills smooth storytelling. In Hollywood blockbuster land, art gets steamrolled by competing agendas, turning creative processes into battles of wills rather than collaborations. As a result, the Bonfire of the Vanities became less about Tom Wolfe's merciless social satire and more a product of diluted, conflicting whims. The final cut was a Frankenstein's monster stitched from fear, compromise, and ego. It flopped spectacularly, showing how even a talented cast can't save a film when studio politics star in the background. When the film finally hit theaters, critics and audiences alike greeted it with brutal honesty, sealing its fate as a Hollywood cautionary tale. Despite hyped marketing and A-list stars, the Bonfire of the Vanities barely scraped $10 million domestically against a $47 million budget. Tickets stayed empty, audiences abandoned theaters quicker than popcorn melts, signaling a catastrophic failure. It became the talk of Hollywood's biggest flops, a cautionary tale whispered through industry grapevines. Critics tore the movie apart with reviews calling it a muddled mess and a blot on De Palma's career. They focused on the miscast leads, stilted dialogue, and inconsistent tone. What was supposed to be a piercing satire ended as a confusing, diluted drama, leaving everyone wondering how it derailed so spectacularly. Years later, Julie Salamon's The Devil's Candy turned this wreck into a must-read guide for filmmakers and storytellers. It's proof that even the biggest names and budgets can't save a project without a clear vision, strong casting, and united creative control. Hollywood's magic often masks how fragile blockbusters really are. Back on that LA set, the hum of cameras now sounds more like echoes of a collapse than creation. The Bonfire of the Vanities wasn't just a film, it was a masterclass in how ambition, talent, and ego collide with costly consequences. Next time you watch a movie flop, think about these tangled dramas behind the scenes. And here's your actionable takeaway. When telling any story, start with crystal clear characters and never let outside noise drown your vision. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.